If you type into Google the keywords Jonathan Kuminga, you'll find article after article of him being rumored to be 7 foot 2 inches tall. Yeah, that's right. You heard me right. There are rumors of Jonathan Kuminga being 7 foot 2 inches tall. Is that crazy or what? I mean, y'all saw the highlights of what JK could do on the court, right? This guy is arguably the most athletic dude in the league currently, and let me tell you, if he was really 7 foot 2 inches tall, no one would be talking about Victor Wembanyama at all. Honestly, if Kuminga was 7 foot 2 inches tall, he'd be the GOAT, and it'd be over for the league as the Warriors would be the champs every single year for the next decade or two. Not that I would complain at all, but man oh man, these Warriors rumors are getting out of hand. And if you thought that was bad, just wait until you see these next ones. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. So guys, recently, as I'm sure you've heard already, Draymond Green and LeBron James were spotted on vacation together in France. He wasn't with Curry, he wasn't with Clay. He was with the person who eliminated the Warriors in the playoffs, with what appears to be a cigar in his hands. Then, to add smoke to this fire, this was reported just hours after Draymond declined his player option and officially entered free agency. Then, to add even more smoke to this fire, the media was talking about this the whole year.
Now, he want to be a Laker. He ain't going to tell anybody that, but don't think I don't know.
Well, it didn't take too long for the rumors to start making headlines. I mean, headline after headline after headline. Everyone was speculating that Draymond's going to leave the Warriors and put on a Lakers uniform for the 2024 season. But the reason why that can't happen is because of these two players, Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves, along with the all-referee first team, were important reasons why the Lakers were able to go from rock bottom to eventually making the Western Conference Finals. And at the moment, the Lakers are prioritizing the signing of these two, which isn't going to be cheap by any means. I mean, looking at what's going on in Laker Nation, both of these two are going to command a decent-sized bag in the offseason, and after paying them, there's just no way that they could add Draymond. And the thing is, I haven't even accounted for D'Angelo Russell or who the Lakers are going to replace him with. Simply put, the Lakers are capped out when it comes to their ability to sign Draymond, unless he takes a massive pay cut and signs for a veteran's minimum. But come on, guys, that's just downright crazy. So this rumor, although interesting, is crazy, but not as crazy as this next one. You see, after losing in the playoffs, some people believe that the Warriors dynasty is over. Now, I'm about to show you just how absurd that statement is. I mean, let's look at the facts here for a moment. There are 30 teams in the league, and the Warriors were in the final 8. A strong argument could be made that if the refs called the semifinals round fairly, the Warriors would have advanced to the Western Conference Finals, which would have made them a top 4 team. What's even crazier about all this is the fact that the Warriors went that far despite everything that happened during the regular season. I mean, the Draymond and Poole incident ruined the team chemistry right from the get-go. There were injuries to both Wiggins and Curry, which kept them sidelined for extended periods of time. The Warriors were tricked by Portland and traded for an injured Gary Payton II. Andrew Wiggins disappeared after February until the playoffs. The crazy thing too is that this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the problems the Warriors had during the season. But despite all this, they were still one of the final teams standing. Then, to make that dynasty is over statement even look more silly, let's look at the facts of the Warriors' big trio. Steph Curry just averaged nearly 30 points per game with an effective field goal percentage of 61.4%. Now, to make a quick comparison to understand just how insane that is, Michael Jordan, the undisputed greatest of all time, has never had a season where he shot a better effective field goal percentage than 55%. Then, to put things into even further perspective, LeBron James, who's known for being an efficient beast, has never shot a better effective field goal percentage than 61%. What this all means is that, by the numbers test and the eye test, Steph Curry is still at the top of his game. So to say that the dynasty is over after what Steph just did is basketball blasphemy. Oh, and if people want to say that the dynasty is over because of Clay's and Green's regression, Well, the truth is, Klay just broke his personal record of threes in a season, and he actually led the league as well. Draymond, on the other hand, was voted again into the all-defensive team and just had the most efficient shooting year of his career with an effective field goal percentage of 57%. So taking everything into context and looking at the facts, it's crazy to even think that the Warriors dynasty is over. Am I right or am I right? Anyway, this next rumor has been lurking around for a while, and it's that the Warriors are just too small to compete in today's NBA. A clear example people will give are the Denver Nuggets. I mean, with Jokic at 7 feet and with Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. at 6'10", people will say that the size difference is just too big for the Warriors to handle. So regarding this, I'll be the first to admit that a bit of size would definitely help the Warriors, but let's not be prisoners of the moment here. I mean, just remember that one short year ago in 2022, the Warriors won the finals without anyone taller than 6'9". Oh, I know there was Nemanja at 6'10", but he only played a total of 29 minutes throughout that whole Celtics series, so he really doesn't count. But anyway, to add more smoke to this fire, just look at the 2023 Miami Heat. They cleared out the entire Eastern Conference with Bam Adebayo being their tallest player at 6'9". Okay, so I know they had a 7-foot Cody Zeller, but that man barely played and was a non-factor when he did. So for all intents and purposes, Bam was their tallest player. Anyway, to end all arguments about the Warriors being quote-unquote too small to compete, just look at the Celtics. The tallest player they had in the playoffs was Robert Williams at 6'9", and yet, before the postseason started, they had the best odds of winning it all. You see how silly this rumor is? Moving on here. There's another rumor going on that Andrew Wiggins gained 20 pounds of muscle or something. But we all know how silly that is. So instead, I want to address something else, and that's the fact that Mike Dunleavy, the Warriors' new general manager, said that he plans on keeping Jordan Poole for at least 4 more years. Now, regarding this, Steph only has about 3 more years left where he could play at an MVP level because, as we all know, nobody can escape Father Time. We also know that a fractured team can't win a championship, and that over the course of the last year, Draymond Green and Jordan Poole have had a fractured relationship. Now, if the Warriors keep JP3, it's a huge gamble. I mean, with how much Joe Lacob pays for the team, it's pretty much championship or bust every season, and the question he'll be asking himself before he goes to sleep every night is, do I want to gamble one of Steph's remaining championship year windows and like $400 million to a relationship that hasn't been repaired for almost a year? Because look, it's late June now, and that incident regarding the punch happened back in October, so it's been about 9 months already. Do Joe Lacob and Mike Dunleavy actually think the relationship will be resolved within the next few months or so? I mean, I know the Warriors have Tony Robbins under their payroll, but still, do they actually believe that relationship could be repaired before training camp starts in October? I'd honestly love it if it could be repaired because, man, guys, Jordan Poole is a stud, and the pool party in 2022 was off the hook. Like that deep splash that he made against the Celtics in Game 2 of the Finals will forever be ingrained into my memory. I'm still so bummed about this whole situation, but just talking basketball, from a championship or bust perspective, the question the Warriors have to ask themselves is, do they want to roll the dice? The answer is, probably not. I hope I'm wrong about this though, but what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below, then watch this video next.